I'm Grant Cohn. He's Jose Sanchez. We're all 49ers. I'm going to let Jose get the first crack at these questions because today was his first day and he had fresh eyes. Here's the first one, the first big question. What is the deal with Kinlaw? Too early to panic. Now, you watched Kinlaw every single rep of him in one-on-one, and you were extremely impressed with him going against everyone except for Tomlinson, although you felt he did pretty good against Tomlinson. What did you see?
Yeah, for sure. Well, the interior offensive line was just abysmal top to bottom, but Kinlaw won every rep. Maybe not as explosively against Tomlinson as others, though I would hope. I think that would be expected. You know, Tomlinson being the one who gets the top notch, the more experienced guy. Like I already know what this guy Kinlaw is going to do. As long as I can slow him up and not get totally defeated, I'm good. Because sometimes, what do you think? Tomlinson's going to be able to beat all these other players? No, you sometimes got to take that slow L, so that way in case the quarterback gets the throw off. So with Kinlaw, he was just bulldozing. It was simple. It was as simple as just power, which is how I said it to you, and even in the article, it's both a tremendous gift and also a concern. Well, that's a gift. It's like, hey, I'm just going to come at you and I'm going to bulldoze you and beat you. What are you going to do about it? You're not going to do nothing because you got Eric Armstead to worry about. You got Bosa to worry about. You got so on and so forth to worry about. But with that being said, you still want him to add another type of technique, some type of different rush to his arsenal. Because if there's one thing of this defense, anything of the 49ers is about, is not being predictable. Being variety, having different change of pace, who I thought what I was really impressed with was DJ Jones. Kinlaw, I'm not sure what the panic is. No, he didn't struggle today. He looked good. Maybe he wasn't really dominating or exploding too great on scrimmages, but he still made some plays out there. He was still blowing some stuff off. There was a lot of plays where I thought the defense was winning. Like, what was it, like 2 periods? The defense looked like, the defense took that off top like cake. They were just blowing it up. So, no, Kinlaw, nothing concerned about.
Well, the couple of things I saw from Kinlaw is he reminds me of Armstead in the fact that he only has power, but he's extremely powerful.
Yes.
Like, extremely powerful.
Powerful.
Armstead doesn't have a whole lot of changeups either, but he really does. He really can push most offensive linemen backward. And I think Kinlaw will get to that point too. I don't know if he'll have a double-digit sack season this year, but I think they want him to be powerful enough to command a double team between the center and guard on 3rd and 8 so that Armstead gets a one-on-one. But I don't see that happen. I think Armstead got a lot of doubles last year. He's going to get even more this year. So that's what I saw from Kinlaw. I think he's looking really good, but he's just not – Buckner was polished. Kinlaw's not. He's not polished in the interviews or on the field, but I love his interviews. His interviews are funny. He seems like a cool guy. All right, I got one more thing I want to talk about, and I can't find someone asking a Javon Kinlaw question, but I want to talk about Kinlaw one more time.
Oh, someone kept asking about concerns about him. Like, what's this about the panic or concerns about him? Was I just blind to it?
No, the way I've written about Kinlaw is that he's got one move. He's a bull rusher.
Yeah,
and,
he's got one move.
He's got one move, and I compare him to Armstead. Like Armstead has one move. They're bull rushers, and Armstead's he might be the best bull rusher in the league. I mean, that's one hell of a bull rush. But what I want to talk about with Kinlaw is not what I saw in the one-on-ones. We saw this at the very end. It was a move the ball period. So what they do is they start off running the ball, and then they move to 2nd and 3rd down passing. Then the final drill of the day is like a real drive.
Yeah.
So it was 3rd and 9, first team defense against first team offense. And they put Kinlaw on the defensive right against Tomlinson, and right next to him was Bosa against Williams. I said, oh, man, I tapped you, I think, and said, watch this. This is going to be one hell of a pass rush.
Yeah, I remember.
Look at this 2-on-2. It's going to be crazy. And what'd they do? It was a draw to Coleman, and they ran right at Kinlaw, and he picked up the first down. He gained 10 yards because what Kinlaw did was he was rushing the quarterback, and they used his aggression against him. Rookie mistake. A couple of plays later, they ran at him again, and he collapsed the pocket, and the running back went right by him. So he's a better fit in the wide 9 for his run defense because he's so big, but he's going to have to – he's making rookie mistakes. He's just going to need a little bit more experience.
Yeah, that's it's easily could not said it any better, and that's why it's great that you're phenomenal at bull rushing and just saying I'm going to run you over and get your quarterback. But what about running situations? And that's my main concern with him. It's like I know Kinlaw, that's kind of sucks. He's always going to have that comparison with Buckner. Whether it's fair or not, it's everyone else's side. It's not fair, but that's what's going to happen. Yeah. And so he's not a good run defender, I don't think. I think he's phenomenal at pass rushing, and he's going to get better. His run defense is what's going to like irk me, and why
his gap integrity was terrible today.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I don't think he's gonna see that many snaps at least first half of the season on early downs, because it's like, oh, the rookie's in, let's go. But that's also,
run right at him.
That's also shooting yourself in the foot, because now, all right, Kinlaw's not out there. They're expecting run. Kinlaw is out there. They're most likely going pass. So he needs to figure it out, and somehow, otherwise, they're kind of going to limit their own defense, which kind of in a way, the defense gets worse than if you're letting the offense, if you're tipping your hand. If you're letting them know you already have one ace out of like in your hand, then it's like, all right, well, you kind of screwed yourself on that one.
Right. The reason I compare him to Armstead is when Armstead was a rookie, he would flash all this power. You'd line him at DN, D tackle, and he would move the guard, the tackle, whoever he was lined up across from 5 yards back. It's like, wow. But then he wouldn't disengage. He wouldn't sack the quarterback. He wouldn't get the ball carrier. He had a very low awareness of what was going on around him. He was just focused on whooping the dude's ass in front of him. He did a good job at that. And I kind of see that a little bit with Javon Kinlaw. Like you're getting a little caught up in a brute strength battle with Laken Tomlinson. I understand you want to prove yourself, but that's not football. You're not a sumo wrestler. You need to stack, shed, and get the ball carrier. And that took Armstead years. Now, he was a guy who was a basketball player who came to football a little bit late. I think Kinlaw figured out too, but this is kind of like the gift and the curse of these power rushers.
Yes, and look at Armstead now talking about putting an emphasis like run defense, number one. Like without, hey, what's the number one improvement you want to make? No hesitation, run defense. Defense. So,
and it's not with him. I would say we're Bosa too. Bosa and Armstead struggle in the same way in run defense. It's misdirection. It's like keeping the bootlegs in front of you, keeping the end arounds in front of you. They do a really good job on the runs where there's no deception, but both guys can kind of give up the edge to jet sweeps, end arounds, rollouts. And again, that's experience, awareness. Both could improve it that way. And that's how the Rams attacked the Niners week 16. It's like, we see this on tape. We're going to do it 8,000 times until you adjust. So that's
Kinlaw, learn a swim move, please. Rip and swim. Do anything like that, man. Don't just always just drive your feet. It's a little more than that.